What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the Spinner Podcast. This is episode number 19. I got my guy Alex here.
Yo, what's good?
Before we get started, I got a few things to say. Fuck American Airlines, like always. Fuck them bitches. Podcast platforms on audio format. Check me out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. Just search up Spinner Media, or not Spinner Media, Spinner Podcast. I'll have it on my Instagram by the time this gets out on all my, what do they call those Instagram stories that are permanent or whatever?
Yeah, the highlights and shit.
I'll have screenshots of all of what you're looking for all those platforms. I only have Apple Podcasts right now. That's my bad. Check out my playlist videos. I do them every week. 25 Underground Artist for your playlist. You'll be thanking me later. Like, share, comment, subscribe to Spinner Media on YouTube, and hit me up on Instagram if you guys have any feedback or want to be on the podcast. Now introducing my guest, I got one of my boys.
What's good, man?
My boys, Alex. He's been working actually behind the camera. He did the Skateboard Maserati.
Yeah.
He was here during Manny's podcast. He's been here a little bit. He's part of the Spinner Media team, and I had to reschedule, so I hit this guy up. Boom, right there. So we're gonna do a little bit different podcast. He's not a rapper. He's not a rapper. Not a videographer right now.
Nope.
But you know what? The basic part of this podcast, when it started, it was about storytelling. We're bringing it back for this fucking episode here. And it's going to be a nice break,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be good stuff. We met at Chuck E. Cheese, the glorious Chuck E. Cheese of Hempstead.
Oh, man.
So he's going to come here and tell some great
best place
stories.
on earth, man.
Man, you already know. You already know.
Bro, that place is just amazing, man.
That place was, magical, life-changing.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, so tell me about your upbringing a little bit, Alex, and everything like that. You're from an interesting combo family right here, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not usual. Well, I mean, I don't want to say it's I'm something special, but I'm half Salvadorian and I'm half Irish. It's kind of weird, to say the least. I mean, it's not bad, but it's also whenever I say it, a lot of people don't really believe me because then they're like, "Yo, you look like straight up fucking Salvadorian.
Yeah.
You look like a straight up spick or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. And then, but nah, it's it's something cool. I talk about it sometimes, and they're like, "Oh, I don't fucking believe you." And they see my dad, and they're like, "Yo, this guy's like a whole fucking drunk."
Really?
Yeah, he looks like a whole Irish drunk and shit.
Shit,
so it's
man.
cool.
So how are those family get-togethers?
Oh boy.
When you get both sides of your family there, what's good? I
mean, it's kind of awkward, cause my dad's side of the family, they're pretty Catholic, and then my mom's side of the family, they're just they don't really care. They like to talk a lot of shit about everyone. Mm-hmm. So then when they're together, it usually ends up in a couple of fights. Couple of Coronas end up throwing it to someone else's head and shit.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
When you got two groups of people that really like to drink, Central Americans,
yeah,
or just Hispanics in general, let's be real here. They like to fucking drink, all right?
Oh,
they like to drink more than Asians do. They like to drink more than the Indians. Well, I don't know if the Indians even drink. The Middle Easterns, they definitely drink. And then you got Irish people, dude. They might be some of the most famous.
The fucking sign of drunks.
Yeah. Literally, you got fucking Conor McGregor's and then a bunch of Hispanic people. Man.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy though.
Mm-hmm. Do all your family live in this area, or are they all over the place?
They're all over the fucking place. I got a couple of people in Florida, Atlanta, California, and stuff like that. There's one in Alaska for some reason.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. There? No, hell no. It's way too fucking cold up there. Apparently he hunts bears and stuff, and he keeps them above his fireplace for some reason. Yeah.
Oh, shit, man.
Fuck it though.
Free the bears, dude.
Yeah, facts.
God damn, we're fucking up nature.
Yeah.
This whole Amazon rainforest thing.
Yo, dead ass, bro. That shit's crazy too.
Yeah. Anyways, so how was growing up in the Dale? You're I don't know how many guys I've had here from the Dale, but I think you're at least number 6 or 7.
Yeah. I mean, growing up in the Dale, a lot of people have said, it's not that bad. It's kind of everyone here is they either think they're really bougie or they're just really just crackhead level type shit.
Grimy shit.
Yeah, oh my god. There's a guy that's on McDonald's right there. We call him Crackhead Kenny.
Kung Fu fucking Kenny, bro.
Yeah, yo, he's amazing. He just ends up on the street fucking doing kung fu moves.
I know.
What kind of city do you know that has a McDonald's letting a homeless man sleep there and he just wakes up at 2 o'clock?
Every day.
Every fucking day.
Every day. Have you seen his walks over?
Oh yeah, definitely.
He walks from Front Street.
He just
turns on Uniondale, and then
he does like so much karate shit, and it's like, wow, man. Mm-hmm. You think he like watches like kung fu movies like every day, but he just sits there by himself. Yeah, there was one time, me, Willie, and Emmanuel, we were over there, and like we were really stoned, like out of our minds and stuff like that. And he just started talking about like 9/11 and shit, and like how he thinks like the pigeons controlled 9/11 and shit. The pigeons of New York did 9/11. Yo. And then me and Willie and Emmanuel, we were just sitting there. We started dying, and he started laughing with us because he didn't know what we were laughing.
Like his laugh is like, oh yeah, that shit.
And it's like, oh my god. And then we were just sitting there like, because we thought he was gonna fuck us up, because he was like, oh, if you keep laughing, I'm gonna fuck you up. Really? Yeah, like I swear to God. So we were just sitting there like really stoned, like laughing, but also like a little scared, because we were like, yo, what if this guy pulls out his fucking kung fu moves and shit?
He's a big guy. He's like 6'4". Yeah. I mean, he's legit. I mean, and he's got a gut, but you could tell he packs some power into his punches for sure.
He always walks around with like some little staff or an umbrella, I think he has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's crazy, man.
Yeah, that guy's insane. I've seen him. The only conversation I can remember on the top of my head is he was sitting there and he was talking about women, and he was like, saying it to a point where he's like, he's been with every single kind of woman in the past. So he's like, man, the blondes, they're crazy, but the black women, damn, bro.
Yo, that guy's amazing, man. We need to get him on here, man.
I got him on here. This is what it would take. So we would have to go out there, many of us. Yeah. We would have to have, myself and then a bunch of people surrounding the damn thing.
Word.
Bunch of them.
Just to hold him down and shit. Bring him over here.
Yeah, because how old do you think he is?
Like, probably 40, 50 at least.
I think he's actually looks older than he actually is. I feel like he's in his 40s, but he looks like he's 55, 60. Yeah. So we would have to have all that, because I don't know when this man's going to strike, because it's like just a palm like this. The way that he does it.
Yo, I feel like he'd probably whoop our ass if it was just like 2 of us, 3 of us. Honestly. Oh, yeah. Take us down with like, all you got to do is like eat a couple McChickens and damn, fuck on the floor and shit.
Dude, exactly. He doesn't even eat though.
Yeah,
what does he eat?
There. No, there was one time I think I saw him eating like a Happy Meal or something like that. He was just eating a Happy Meal like a regular little kid. He'd like drowned a whole 4 chicken nuggets all in one bite. Like, he grabbed the box. Like,
why am I not?
Easy. Not surprised? I mean, yo, like, this guy's insane, though.
Yeah. We got to interview one of them workers that work there, because they have probably so much material on him.
Bro, they have so many stories at least. Yeah. They see him every day. Like, it's not as like, see him every other week. It's every single day.
Every single day. It's about 12 hours a day he's there. Crazy. Have you been to East Meadow? They have the lady at the Taco Bell who's there every day, pretty much.
Yeah, I've seen her a couple of times. I don't really see her do much though. I just see her sitting there and she just has her little head down. Mm-hmm. But nothing special from her. Yeah. None as bad as like Crackhead Kenny, Kung Fu Kenny.
There's more of them now stacking up. With the weather nice, there's a few more of those crackheads that are around there.
Bro, there's crackheads roaming around all over this place. Like, especially if you go to like Hempstead, they have a whole street dedicated to the crackheads. It's called Terrace Avenue. Shout out TA, man. It's the best place on earth. I remember I saw a crackhead once, and she was like tweaking, and she was knocking outside of the door, and she just the dealer, he came outside, he punched her in the face. She was on the floor, and then she gave him a blowjob, like right there on the spot.
Wait, what? And he let her do that?
Yeah, he let her do that. He was like, I'll give you some dope if you give me some blowjob. And that's what happened. And it all happened within like 5 minutes. I swear to God.
And you witnessed it?
I saw the whole thing. I was sitting there with a couple of friends of mine. Shout out Monty and Brienne. We were sitting there. We were just smoking weed. And then all of a sudden we just see this skinny middle-aged white woman. Mm-hmm. She was like blonde. She's knocking on a window. And then the plug, he comes outside. He's like, oh, what the fuck you want? Blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, you know what I want? Type shit. And then he like punches her in the face, and she's on the floor, and she starts like giving him some top. And I was like, wow, that's beauty of Hempstead.
That's insane. The white people that live here are probably like the most geeked out of them all.
Definitely. They all like to smoke fucking meth and shit. They all shoot up heroin. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Nuts.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta take one more drive through the Hempstead.
Bro.
Like deep Hempstead.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I gotta drive through there like one more time at like midnight when I used to get out of Chuck E. Cheese. Like I gotta have like one of those drives because those are insane. Some of those goofs you just see as zombies just walking up the street and shit.
Bro, they look like they're half dead and
yeah, literally
fucking crack.
Yeah, nuts.
Shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta.
Yeah.
They need their fiend, man.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, all right. So going away from the stories for now, we will have some more crackhead stories a little later, but that's just a preview. So tell me about D. So D was mentioned. I don't know if he's actually under D in George's podcast.
I think
maybe.
Well, just keep him at D.
Oh no, it was Avier and A.
Yeah.
It was A?
Yeah, basically, yeah, his name is A.
All right, so this guy, if you guys want to hear the full story, go to Huey Gets Lost podcast #1, the first one. So my favorite. Go to that one and listen to it if you want the full story. But the background is this guy knows this kid this is the guy who stabbed the guy at a basketball court.
Yeah.
So he stabbed the guy at a basketball court just for losing a game.
Yeah.
So tell me about your experience with this kid.
I mean, oh boy.
We're calling him D today.
Yeah, we'll call him D. He was a pretty crazy kid. Like he took basketball seriously, hence why he stabbed someone at a basketball court.
Oh, okay.
So like he would sit outside and play basketball all day. And there was one time I went to go play with him. I think I was like about 10, and like I was trying to dunk, and I guess he didn't like the way I was dunking, so he grabbed me like from my arms and stuff, and he dragged me to like a telephone pole. He grabbed like a couple of his chains and like a couple of his friends. So then he ties me to the pole. He tells his friends to watch me so I don't fucking escape or whatever. He brings back like these 3 big ass pit bulls, and they all like with some sharp ass fucking teeth, and they're all fucking barking and shit. Mm-hmm. He brings a metal baseball bat. He's like fucking banging that shit on the floor, so it gets the dogs even angrier, and they see me there. So I'm just there sitting, like I'm struggling and shit. Mind you, I live like 2 minutes away. Like I live on the corner. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, like the dogs, like it bit me on the back of the ankle, and I think after that I had to get a rabies shot because like I was really sick for like OD long.
Shit.
Yeah, and after that I think I got scared, so I started screaming and shit. I pissed myself a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I pissed myself, and then all you hear is like a group of like Spanish workers, like landscapers or whatever, and they come down the street with like lawnmowers and fucking the little weed twacker or whatever, and they started chasing them, and they started chasing the D like down the block or whatever. And oh my god, it was such a fucking mess. And like I had to explain to them why they tied me up, and they just like called me stupid, and they like slapped me up the face, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing? Stop being dumb, go home."
Damn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So, but D, we found his weakness. It was a weed whacker.
Yeah, the weed whacker.
Yeah, basically. You actually, do they dead ass like gonna fucking weed whack that motherfucker?
Bro, like yeah, like they had it on and everything. It was like zzz type shit. They were ready to fucking whoop his ass.
Was he crying?
He wasn't crying. Like he's not the type to cry, but he was like fucking scared shitless.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he ran away. He was like screaming down the block. The whole block woke up.
Yo, and those are some of the workers that could be at the Home Depot.
Yeah.
Standing right there.
Yo. Speaking of which, man, those guys, they like to smoke weed, man.
Really?
Like, a lot of people don't know it, but when you go to the Hempstead, like, if you go to Home Depot, any parking lot of them, I swear to God, like, they at least have 1 pound, 2 pounds of weed just smoking there. They play soccer all the day. They smoke weed. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's cool, but, like, yo, it stinks, yo.
Yeah, it's a sight when you first drive through there. The first time I drove through there and I saw all these workers there, I was like, oh my lord, what the fuck?
Like, you would think it would be like some shit that you see on TV, like it wouldn't be true, but once you see it, it's like, wow.
No, yeah, it really is. There's like broken beer bottles on them. They drink a lot too.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, insane. So it's like they get there, they're either gonna get work or they're gonna party.
Yeah, that's basically how it is, and it's crazy.
And there's a cop car that's always there, but they just don't give a fuck, like, whatsoever.
Bro, the police out here, they don't care about anything. Yeah. All they do is like pull you over for like something about your car, or they give you a parking ticket. Yeah, that's all about it.
Yeah, but you know what? We gotta keep the the Spanish worker culture going down at
Yeah,
the Hempstead parking lot. That's gotta stay. I heard the Old Navy there is like the most ratchet Old Navy.
Oh yeah,
ever.
you walk in there and it's like everything's on the floor and stuff like that. There's workers. There was one time I walked in and a worker was like, she was pissed off, so she pulled down her pants. She started smacking her own ass. She was like, "Fuck this dumbass place. Y'all can suck my dick." And then she walked out and she like stole a pair of pants and she left. Simple as that.
Damn, fuck. Wait, what about the place? What about Dante? The place next to Chuck.
Oh,
E. Cheese.
Denise.
Oh, Denise.
Yeah. I mean,
Shout out Noe. Noe worked there.
Noe knows what's going on in there. Mm-hmm. Usually, what happens is a lot of the crackheads from Hempstead, since like Terrace Avenue is like right there, which is home of cracks. They walk into that place and they try to steal as much as like clothes as they can.
Damn.
Yo, cause
there's so much clothes there. It's like everything up there is like under $10. Like you wash it one time, it's done.
Yeah, basically.
I never walked in there. I don't think I want to.
Yeah, it's not. Mm-hmm. There's nothing really special going on in there. It's just basic women clothes.
How is the GameStop compared to like other GameStops? There's a GameStop right next to.
Denise, next to Denise or whatever. Yeah. The GameStop there, I mean, they have like this metal cage just in case of like a lot of crazy people go inside there.
Wait, a metal cage? Like a fucking like dog kennel?
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's exactly how they have it. There was one time I went up there to go buy Super Smash Brothers, the Ultimate game.
Yeah.
And it was like 10 o'clock. They had just opened. And then there was some crazy guy, I guess he was geeked. So he walks in and he's like, "I want to play Nintendo Switch now." And he tries grabbing a Smash cartridge. And then the clerk there, he's like, "Nah, you can't have that." She was like, "Yo, I'm gonna whoop your ass just like this game." It's like shit. And like he started pretending like he was in Super Smash Brothers. Oh, so we were all like sitting there because it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. So half of us are like half asleep, and the other people is like, "What the fuck is going on?" So like he throws a punch and his like misses his nose like by a little bit, and then after that the guy was like, I think it was like 6'5" or whatever.
The worker or the
the worker. So he like knocks him out like one punch. And then we're just sitting there. We're like, okay, cool. And as we're all walking out, we gotta like walk over him just to get to the door because he's knocked out and shit.
So they just left him there?
Yeah, they just left him there. They called the police and like they just dragged him out. Literally, like by his ankles, they dragged him out into the cop car.
Oh. Shit, man. We're going off to a flying start. All right, I'm just gonna have to keep asking about these stores. What about the Burger King that's there?
The Burger King.
Anything crazy with the Burger King, or that's?
I remember this one time, this lady, she got into a fight with the worker there, and she like, the worker, she got like pissed off, so she dug her hands into the fries, and they were like steaming, like they were fresh out the fryer. From
the back, or like in her bag?
From like the fryer.
Oh, so she went behind?
Yeah, she went, no, the worker, like she grabbed fries, and they were like drenched in grease, and she threw it at her face, and like the lady's face started like peeling up a little bit because of the fucking fry grease. Oh my god. And I was just sitting there because I was on break from work, and I'm just sitting there eating like my chicken fries, and all I hear is this lady is like, "Oh my god, oh, this dumb bitch, she threw fry grease at me, oh my god." And then she gets up and like half her eyes like peeling away, like the bottom of her eyes like peeling. She like she had dentures on. She takes them out and she beams it at the worker's face, like right in her forehead. And I was like, "Yo, how the fuck do you do that?" Like this 50-year-old lady has like an accuracy of like a military sniper. And she's like, boom,
knocks the fuck down.
Yeah, yo, the worker like she gets like on the floor or whatever, and she sees the teeth. And there was a tooth stuck right there. Oh, shit. It bit her. And we were just sitting there. I was like, oh, my God. Like, yeah.
Jesus Christ. What about that shoe store that's, like, across the street? You been in there before?
Yeah, the shoe store, it's usually just like, lower class, like, people. They go inside there. One time, apparently, this guy stole a boot,
Mm-hmm.
and like he walked out with just one boot, and then someone chased him. He took the boot off, and he like swung at him with the fucking boot, and he put it back on, and like the bottom of it had like blood and shit like that, and boogers.
Shit.
Oh god.
Oh my god, dude. What about? Isn't there a bank there?
Yeah, the
Why
Chase
would you
Bank,
put? Okay, I'm sorry, but why would you put a bank in the middle of that
the
parking lot?
worst place of fucking Hempstead? Like it's
Yeah.
the heart. And, like, so many fucking crackheads are just sitting out there.
Yeah.
Literally behind the bank. It's, like,
Yeah.
an apartment building. And, like, it's a whole trap spot right there.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's cooking meth, crack, heroin, and stuff like that. Yeah. And then you just see the fiends. They stood outside of the Chase Bank. And I have a friend that works at the bank. Shout out Willie. There's another Willie. Mm-hmm. And he works in there, and he sees like a bunch of crackheads like just sitting there, and he has to tell them to fucking leave because there was one time that this lady, she like flashed her titty just to get like $5, just to get $5, and like mind you, like her boobs, like they were kind of big, so she like opens them up, and I swear to God, like you know when you drink a Capri Sun packet and like it's all drained and wrinkly and stuff like that, it was all big, but it was all wrinkly and.
Is she
gross.
older?
Yeah, she was a little older. She was like. Actually, no, she was like in her 30s.
Oh, come on.
How the fuck does that happen in your fucking 30s, man?
Jesus Christ. Man, that bank is that the one at the corner, or is that the one next to, is there one next, what's next to GameStop?
That's Bethpage. That's even worse.
That is a bank too.
Yeah,
correct?
that is a Bethpage.
Okay, because I'm thinking of a different bank. I think I'm thinking of one that's like near.
There's a Chase there, and then across from there is like Wells Fargo, and then there's a Bethpage.
I remember
right next to
I used to have to go to that Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the Bethpage?
The Bethpage, it usually has like, this one time this little ass kid, like he was like 8 years old. He goes up to his mom. And he's like, I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese. And I think she was, like, drunk or she was high or something like that. So, like, she pops him in the mouth, like, to shut up. Like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Like, hard?
Yeah, like, really, like the kid's, like, knocked down on the floor and shit like that. And then there's, like, this older guy. He's, like, 6'5". And he's like, yo, don't hit your kid like that. So then the lady, like, she punches him in the chest, and he gets angry. He lifts her up, and he throws her out of the fucking store, just like that. All in, like, 10 minutes.
Oh, my
And I'm waiting for my fucking dad to come pick me up, and I see that. And this, all you see is, like, some lady, like, like some shit out of a cartoon or a TV show. Yeah.
Damn. This is all in one parking lot.
Yeah.
You can get entertainment, quality entertainment. You go 5 days straight, and you sit in that parking lot.
Yeah. It's like...
You're guaranteed to find some just insane... I used to... Now that you're telling me this, yeah, fuck it. We're just gonna go into Chuck E. Cheese conversation because this is what this is leading to. I used to, on my breaks, I used to sleep in my car.
Yeah.
Because I used to be tired, especially when I used to open and do the doughing shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I used to sleep in my car all the time. If I ever slept in the car, knocking on the fucking window, some fucking crackhead, he's like, you know, like trying to get some money.
$1 for a hamburger. That's like, you know damn well you're not getting a fucking hamburger. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
No, exactly. like, I everyone had to like flip them off. And I guess, I don't know, maybe they're just, I don't know what's up. They did not fuck with me when I was in the car. When I could easily been fucked with. I mean, I was like in that position. Mm-hmm. Granted, maybe I could turn the car on, backed out, and, you know. But I used to, oh, damn. But I was ran up on by crackheads 2 times leaving the Chuck E. Cheese. So the first time, this was both during closing. So you used to close there. You used to remember how fucking late you used to get. We used to get out the next day.
Yeah, basically. Like you'd get out, you'd go in there at like 4 o'clock. You'd maybe get a break, and then you'd get out at like 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, yeah. So I remember these days where I would get out at 1 o'clock, and I was closing. I think both times I was closing with Caitlin. Shout out Caitlin.
Word.
Fire.
Oh.
She had a little bit of an attitude, but you know, I'll give her a pass on that.
She was my wifey. She don't know that yet.
Nah, she'll never know that. She'll never know that.
She's not straight, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, she's not straight? She's bi? Is she not even bi?
Nah, she's straight.
She's straight lesbian?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, anyways, so you're walking out, and I guess you went to her car or whatever, and I get to my car. And then I look up, and this fucking crackhead starts running at me like a fucking a Call of Duty Black Ops zombie, like a Nazi zombie in Kinder Toten or some shit, like when you're in the when you're in the window. And
Yeah.
You have to, like, it was like that. And I'm like, fuck, yo, fuck. So then I literally opened the car faster than I've ever opened it. Get in there, gone. Gone. I could have hit a fucking car because I was fucking freaked. Yeah. Because I pulled through forward, and there could have been a car right there, and I could have smashed right into it because this fucking crackhead was running on me like that. I was fucking scared shitless. And it's not even that was not even the first time like I've been exposed to crackheads, whatever. No. Because when I used to work for the Baltimore Sun in Baltimore, like doing like newspaper distribution, I remember going into like, have you ever seen the show The Wire? Yeah. Like those areas of Baltimore City. So I've seen like that shit. I used to see that shit, and I used to be like, what the fuck is going on? But none of them ran at me because there's a bunch of cars going around, and it's like, it's midday. This is fucking 1 o'clock at night. Bro. This dude is fucking running at me like that. So I immediately, I'm like, I call my mom. Mom, can I order a taser to the house? Because you can't order a taser in New York. It would have to be shipped. If it could have, I'm sorry, Mom, but if I could have had that shit shipped to New York, that shit would have been shipped like that. Like I would have bought that regardless if I was run up by a crackhead or not. Because that's just fucking cool. Yeah. All right, so I wanted to ship one to Maryland. Yeah. But she's like, fuck no, you're not. Fuck no, you're not. And then she tells my dad, of course. My dad gets all pissed off on me. I mean, this is over the phone, and they all get all pissed off at me. Like, why do you need a fucking a taser? Da, 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 da. So then,
bro, all you had to say was Long Island, New York.
Long Island crackheads. But then they'll be like, oh, you shouldn't be working there no more. Which I should have been like, yeah, you're right. Maybe I should go somewhere else. I should work somewhere else. But regardless, I don't get the taser, nothing. Yeah. Once again, walking out of the fucking Chuck E. Cheese. I think I was not the last person to leave this time. So it was just me walking out. I walk out, crackhead right on the fucking side. Yeah. Big ass beer belly, fucking belly sticking out and everything. Runs up on me again. So he starts walking, but he gradually just gets faster. Oh shit! Yeah. Gradually gets faster. You know that's like the craziest thing where you see these psycho runs where you see their face and they're like, and then they start running in that bad posture. Now the good thing is these crackheads, they're not fast. They're old. They can't move. Yeah, so. If I'm 2-3 times faster than this guy, and this dude, if he would probably run at full speed, would have fell on his face. But still, again, and he's making all these noises like, like I don't know what the fuck. He's definitely saying something, but I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
Bro, they're basically like video game zombies, like Nazi zombies.
Literally, you want to play Nazi zombies in real life? If an anarchy happens, there's no order in this world, or the purge or some shit, and you just want to fucking clean house on some just cracked out goons. Go right to Hempstead. They will be there. You will be able to get your fix. You'll have an endless supply. You'll have an endless supply. They are multiplying by the day. Yeah. Have you ever been to the train? You've been to the train. All right. So there was this time where I was there. I was going to a show or whatever. And there's this big fat guy who's... This dude's problem. I don't know if he's cracked out. I think this guy might be like a couple steps above. Word. He's this big fat bald dude. And he is preaching. He's saying all this like Kung Fu Kenny, but amplified type shit. He eventually draws a crowd of like a bunch of crackheads, non-crackheads, everything, or just hearing this guy preach or whatever about whatever the fuck. And in the middle, there's like some weird moans. He'll be like talking about, oh fuck, they're coming, like he'll be shit like that.
It's like some cult shit.
Yeah, exactly. And then he starts taking his fucking cult or whatever, and starts taking it down the block. So it was like literally like a moving rally at 9-10 o'clock at night. It was insane. Yo, that train station's not. What have you seen at that train station?
I've seen. There was this one time. There was this guy. He thought he was like the second coming of Jesus. Mm-hmm. So like, mind you, this guy's like Indian, and like not that there's anything wrong with like Indian people believing in Christianity. It's just like. He's bald. Yeah. He's wearing, I think he was wearing like an Ed Hardy shirt. Okay. And he was like butt naked. Like he was butt naked.
So he was legit. So his dick was out and
everything. Like everything, bro. And like the police were just sitting there, like making sure that he didn't like do anything like fucked up. So he was like, "I am the second coming of Jesus." And then we're all like, there was a crackhead, and he was walking by. And he didn't like the way he was talking, so it was a Spanish crackhead. And he started cursing him out. He was like, oh, you can't fucking say that about Christ, blah, blah, blah. So then the Indian guy was like, oh, yeah, what are you going to do? And so then he starts peeing, like, in front of the guy, like, not at not on him, but in front of the guy. So when the guy gets pissed off, he's like, "You think you can disrespect me?" And like, I swear to God, he did like a Super Saiyan scream or something. He was like, type shit. Oh. He runs up the stairs. He picks up the guy. He bites his nuts. And he like fucking stone cold boom on the fucking Oh my God. And like the guy, he's there like all bloody and shit. And like his nuts are like gushing, like I mean like type shit. And like the guy, he goes the crackhead, he goes to bite his nuts again. And then the Indian guy, he pops him in the mouth. And like they're both just laying there in blood.
Oh my God.
And then somehow they end up kissing.
Did
they kiss. Like they were just like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then they made out. Like right there on the fucking stairs. Right there. And that was the first time of me taking the bus home, because I got walked from work all the way to the terminal, and I see all that shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna call an Uber. I'm calling Uber, and it's like right there. I go home.
Oh my God. And you told me you didn't have anything to talk about.
Yeah.
Like you were struggling things to think of. I literally just name a location and then you can think of something.
Yeah.
Have you been to that corner store that's there?
The corner store, yeah.
There's like a deli there?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you walk over there, there's like a 75% chance that you'll get robbed, or you get stabbed, or shot at, or a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And then down the street from the corner store, there's like a sex store. Mm-hmm. And I remember I saw this, I forgot who I saw. It was like an old friend of mine, like from childhood. I forgot his name. He walks in there. I stare at him just to see like what's going on. I didn't go inside the store. He walks out of the store and he's running with like 5 dildos. Like just 5 dildos in his fucking hand. And then there was another big, like really tall gay guy. Uh-huh. He was like buff. He chases him down the street and he chokes him out or whatever. And he like ties him up and he's like, "I love you." And he starts like, he kisses him, and like, mind you, the guy, he's straight, so he's not into that. Mm-hmm. He starts kissing him and he's like, "Yo, if you stop screaming, I'll suck your dick right now." Mind you, this is 3:00 in the morning. I was skating around Hempstead.
And why are you skating around Hempstead at 3 in the morning? Didn't your parents teach you better?
Listen, man, sometimes you just gotta
fucking do it.
You gotta embrace it.
Yeah.
The crackhead culture that's over there. Because like, even if you don't smoke anything over there and you don't do anything, it doesn't matter. If you live around Hempstead, you're basically a part of the crackhead culture.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there's no way you can avoid it.
So then he offers to suck his dick, and then what?
He offers to suck his dick, and the guy, he's like, can I put a bag over your head, like a bag, so I don't have to see it? So he puts a plastic bag over his head. And he starts sucking his dick. 5 minutes later, the gay guy's knocked out because he ran out of oxygen. So he suffocates, and the guy's like tied up and shit.
He's dead?
No, he's not dead, but he's knocked out. So then the guy, he like tries to pull up his pants with his hands cuffed and stuff like that. And like he pulls him up, and he like knocks the guy over. The bag falls off of his head, and they're both just laying there. Mind you, the guy already busted like in the gay guy's mouth. So then the gay guy has like cum like inside of his fucking mouth, and he's like gargling. Like,
what the fuck?
I was just sitting there because the first thing you got to know about Hempstead is like, you don't intervene when anything's happening. No. Because once you step in, you're fucked.
Yeah, like, that's it.
It doesn't matter. Like,
it's a wrap. Yo, let's get into these fucking Sour Patch Kids, man. Let's fucking get into these Sour Patch Kids. Yo, bro, my God, I need a fucking cleanser. We got fucking water. Yo, shout out to people that are lactose intolerant like myself. They don't have choices, but fucking this shit, fire.
It's bust, bro.
Mm-hmm. I need to cleanse my palate after that shit. That was fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
Man. So you can if you look like Google Maps at Street View. And I took you around Hempstead. You'd be like, "Oh, I remember this from this place, that from that place, this from that."
Oh yeah, bro. Because like back then, I used to walk around like all of Hempstead. Because I don't really like taking rides from other people. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a superstition of mine.
Okay.
I don't really like getting in other people's cars. Like, if I don't have my own car, I'm gonna walk. Like, it doesn't matter. And there was one time, like it was last winter, I was walking home and it was like, I think it was like 10 degrees. I walk home from work. And
what time is this?
It's like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm walking through Hempstead, and there's like there's a bar over there. It's called Area 516. Mm-hmm. And like, yo, they're always linking with like drunk people. And there was this one time, this guy, he comes up to me. He's like, yo, I think you're sexy. Mind you, I know this guy. Like, he's my dad's friend. So he comes up to me. He's like, yo, I think you're fucking sexy. I'm like, yo, like, you know my dad. What the fuck are you saying right now, bro? So then he's like, yo, if I take you home and I give you $20, would you give me a hand job, please? So I'm like, no. Like, no. Like, I'm like half asleep. And I'm just fucking standing there. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, no, bro. Like, go the fuck home. I'm going to call you a taxi or some shit. And he's like, yo, fine. So then fight me then, pussy. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, how are you going to ask me for a hand job and then try to fight me? Like, So then he, like, tries to throw a punch. And I'm like, okay, boom. Like, weave, bob and weave or whatever. Jeez. And, like, he, like, throws one last punch and he falls into the bushes. And he's just sitting there. And then his friends, they come over and they start beating his ass. Like, just start beating his fucking ass. And, like, I'm wearing some flip-flops and, like, some heavy-ass pants and a jacket or whatever. And they're like, oh, get that kid, too. He knocked him out on the floor. And then, meanwhile, two of them are still beating his ass. They're trying to beat my ass. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I start running, and there's a McDonald's over there. I run to the McDonald's. I go into the bathroom, and they, like... I go into the girls' bathroom. Obviously, I'm not going to go to the men's because they'll find me. Right. I go into the women's bathroom. There was a threesome happening in there. Yo.
Oh, wait, what?
Yo, like...
You can't make this shit up.
I can't. Like, it's like, I really wish I would make this shit up, but I really can't.
There was a threesome. So, okay, so then... This threesome... Is just 3 random fucks, or... Was it 2 girls and a man? Or
it was 2 guys and a girl.
Of course it was.
Mind you.
This is happened.
This lady has a whole family, and she's waiting for them. Like, the family's waiting for her outside.
And she goes up by 2 dudes.
By 2 dudes that she doesn't even know. Mind you, her husband is, like, right there.
No fucking way.
Like,
how does that even happen?
Like, eating with with their fucking kids. And mind you, it's, like, 1:30 in the morning while this is all happening. So I go into the bathroom, and all I hear is, like, these 2 guys, they're like, oh. And this lady is, like, she doesn't even sound like a lady. She sounds like a...
Is she a fat pig, pretty much?
Yeah, basically. She was like,
oh, fucking hell.
Oh, my God. So I walk out of there, and I'm sitting there. I order, like, a 10-piece. I sit there. I waited for my dad. Mm-hmm. The guys already left. The guys that were going to whoop my ass, they left. And then the lady, she walks out. She has, like, a bunch of moles all over her face.
Ugh, shit.
And the other 2 guys, they were like 2 bald, fat black guys.
Yeah.
Mind you, how the fuck do 2 fat black guys and a fat Hispanic lady with moles all over her face fit into a tiny ass stall?
One stall, not even the one where it's like wheelchair.
Not even the handicap stall. Like, it was just one tiny stall. How they fit in there is beyond me.
Oh my God.
But like, their combined weight at least was like 900 pounds. Like, at least. Like, the 2 guys were at least like
350.
350. Yeah, at least.
And then the family like sees this and they're like not stunned at all.
No, the guy, he's on his phone or whatever. He sees his wife. The other 2 guys, like, they go to the other entrance, and then they go home. And then the lady kisses the guy in the fucking mouth. And I was like, oh my God, I wish I could tell.
Dude, she might be a prostitute.
Maybe, but
she might be a prostitute. I guess we have to figure that out. And they're like doing some stuff for pay.
Yeah, because there's no way you just do that shit at random.
No, and especially you don't meet some people at a random McDonald's and just say, you know what, fucking bang me. I'm sorry. That is like the least. That's like the last thing that goes through my mind in McDonald's. And McDonald's, I'm getting there. Yeah. I'm trying to eat. If it's a Uniondale one, I'm trying to see what Kung Fu Kenny's doing. Yeah. Like, there's like, that's not the thing I'm thinking of at all.
Oh my God, man. Hampstead is just a crazy
this place, is insane. Man. We haven't even touched on Chuck E. Cheese yet.
Yeah,
this is nuts. Okay. All right, so we're gonna talk about Chuck E. Cheese now. Finally, we're gonna get to it. All right. If you guys want to also hear about the Chuck E. Cheese pizza conspiracy, go on my first video. Go to like the 40-minute mark. I talk about that. So we're not going to talk about that here. I want to first of all talk about, we'll call him M.
M. Yeah, M.
So M, I talked about this guy named Taylor. His name is actually Taylor in the first podcast. I'd say he's like the weirdest person, like 1A. Michael is 1B. He's right behind him. And actually, if you chime in on this one, he might become 1A.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This guy, all right, black dude, Jamaican. Yeah, definitely Jamaican.
Yeah, Jamaican.
He has to be Jamaican.
Yeah.
About 5'7", I'd say 5'8". He wasn't tall. His back was really bad, so he would like scrunch over. Cross-eyed. Clearly, he had a fucking peanut head.
Oh, yeah.
And his face was kind of deformed. Like, it just was deformed a little bit. This guy would come in, at least when I worked there, he was only working three-hour shifts 1 day a week.
Yeah, you usually only went there for, like, maintenance and stuff like that.
He would do maintenance on Friday mornings. He would he'd wash the floors. Yeah. He would fill the ice machine and everything. I
think they only put him as maintenance because I'm related to the ex-general manager or whatever. Mm-hmm. So what the guy had told me is that he was unsafe to be around kids. Not because he was like a predator or whatever, but he was just like, he was really weird. And there was this one time he's gotten a couple of restraining orders, especially from this girl that used to work there, because he used to like follow her like every single night, just fucking stalking her. And like every time she'd work, even if he wasn't on the clock, like he'd show up and he'd be like, "Oh, hey, beautiful, how's you going? Yeah, how you doing?" And he started like singing to her,
He thought he was a record company guy.
Yeah.
He owned a record company. And I think there was more guys than just him, too. Like, there's other delusional ones. Did they ever come in together? I've heard they, like, came in together one time or something.
Yeah, they did. And they all started singing, like, a like an a cappella group or whatever.
Oh, my God.
It was so bad. I think they started singing, like, a Lauryn Hill song. Oh. I don't know what Lauryn Hill song, but they started singing that. And I was like, oh, my fucking God, man.
Dude. No, because he would sing when he was doing the maintenance.
Yeah.
I used to hear it all the time. I used to wish I could have my earbuds plugged in or whatever, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
He was horrendous. Like, you would think it's funny at first, but then after a while, your mind would be fucking screaming. And then he would do it while he's filling the ice machine, so you already hear the annoying-ass ice machine, the fucking all the ice going down. You have to hear that in the fucking background. And then you have to have Howard bitching at him. Howard's like, I could go and I could do one piece of ice by one piece of ice, one at a time, fill the ice machine. I could still do it faster than Michael.
Yeah.
Like, that was retarded.
Shout out my man Howard, man.
Dude, shout out Howard. He was the man. I don't think we're going to be able to get to him today, but he's an alright guy. But, so Michael, I remember, since he only worked the 1 day, he used to come in on the weekends. Yeah. And that was on, like, all the people. Now, mind you, is it 14 you can start working there, or is it 15?
16.
16? Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
There was definitely some 15-year-olds we worked with.
We had 15-year-olds. I was hired when I was 15, but we're not really supposed to do that. Okay. Because it's, like, illegal or whatever.
Okay, so 15-year-olds, like, minimum. All right.
Yeah.
So we have 15-year-olds. He's also a photographer. I don't know what fucking camera he has. His camera's probably worse than fucking my camera. Well, it's probably a fraction of my camera. It's probably a disposable camera, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
That probably has no film left in it. He gets in there, and he would go to every single girl, underage or not, whatever, and he would ask them for photo shoots.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he would definitely go after the younger girls, though, because I remember he would always go to that little fucking joke of a break room. Yeah. And he would always, like, ask the young girls to do photo shoots with him and shit.
According to some people, like, he had a friend that went over to his house once. He has every single picture of every, like, little girl, little boy hung up above his bed. Like, I don't mean, like, on the wall and shit, like, on his ceiling. Like, on the fucking ceiling. And his excuse for that is, I like to see them before I go to sleep and when I wake up.
Oh no!
And it's like, yo, dude, what the fuck are you
jerk
saying?
Off on their back.
Yo, like, I swear to God, I bet you he jerked
the fucking ceiling.
Like, yo, yanking his meat or whatever to these little ass kids on the fucking ceiling. And there was one of them, like, one of them is crying, and he put that in a little frame above his bed, like that one he has above his wall, but the rest of it he just has on his ceiling.
Are these pictures okay? I hope to God that no 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old girl is willingly taking pictures with him. I hope to God, because it's not. The whole thing is disgusting. I hope that he's like going on the street and offering to take pictures of people, and then
No.
It'd still be bad. No, but like people are actually doing photo shoots with him?
Yeah. Bro, like he goes up to people and he's like, "Oh, I know this is a little weird, but can I have a picture with you?" And they're like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Oh, I want to take a picture with you."
So he is doing it like that.
Yeah, yeah. But then like some of them say no, and he's like, "Okay, just stand right there and smile." And he gets up next to them, and some of them are like kind of creeped out. One of them was like an 8-year-old. She started crying. That's the one he has hung up. Mm-hmm. And then there's another one of like this little Hispanic kid. He looked about like 12. And like after the picture, he like grabs the camera and he like throws it on the floor. It didn't smash, like it cracked the lens.
Yeah.
But he throws it on the floor, and then Michael, the guy. Well, it's too late now.
I think I actually mentioned his name.
Oh, did you?
Well,
fuck it. Though.
I feel like I did.
Yeah.
He don't have a computer.
He's not gonna know. So yeah, he chases him or whatever, and then his dad, he's like, "Yo, don't stop fucking taking pictures of my kid, blah blah blah. I'm gonna mess you up. I'm gonna fuck you up." And Michael's like,
the rainbow.
Michael's like, "Oh, can I take a picture with you too?" So then the guy, he grabs the camera, he fucking like he throws it outside. He throws it into some dirt, so luckily it doesn't fucking. Well, not luckily.
Not luckily, no.
Not luckily.
Yo, my God. Okay, so he's replaced Taylor as 1A because Taylor, from what we know at the moment, he did expose himself to somebody. So
in an Uber,
in an Uber, but that person was at least. Oh God, I don't want to excuse his behavior. His behavior was fucking disgusting. I mean, it really is. But this woman was like in her 30s.
Yeah, so it's not like he was doing it to like a little kid.
Yeah.
Or
no,
like
granted, we don't know if he was.
Yeah.
Actually, you know. Do you remember anything out of? Because I'm guessing you listened to that when I talked about it.
With the with Taylor and stuff.
Yeah, like was there anything I missed on that guy?
I
don't think so. I think I did cover most things, but
most of it. I mean, yeah, because he was a pretty average guy. Like he didn't really do much. He would follow some of the girls home, like some of the girls that worked there home.
Why again are they walking in the middle? Especially a girl.
Yo,
that's fit. I mean, I'm saying that you shouldn't be walking there. I'm saying I shouldn't be walking through there at the middle of the night.
Bro, definitely like girls by themselves. Like, I mean, they can do whatever they want. Like, some of them are pretty strong, but listen, man, that shit is fucking dangerous. So do it at your own risk, because like there's a higher chance of you getting like fucked up by a drunk guy or some guy named Taylor. on the fucking street.
I mean, literally, you could take Taylor. And you could replace them with any fucking fuck stick that's there. That was worse, maybe a little bit, not as bad, but there's just so many of them.
It's crazy. All bad. Bro.
Right. And then, okay, here's another part. So we've told you all this about this Michael guy, but yet he was in a Chucky costume two times a week.
Oh, yeah.
He was in a Chucky costume 2 times a week where there's little kids dancing around with him, and this guy is flailing his arms. He looked like a fucking idiot. Let me say that right now. When he would do it, but it was fucking creepy, and there was holes in the hand. Okay, so this Chucky costume was the most fucked up Chucky costume ever. Ever. I only was that Chucky for like maybe 5 to 10 times ever, but it had holes in the hands. So pretty much you had almost the whole company's reputation on your hands. Every time you went out, because if they saw your fingers, these kids,
they'd fucking flip.
Yeah, they flip. They literally flip, and you can't fucking see. So these kids, they mob you. They mob you. It's like if Justin Bieber ran out in Times Square, and then a bunch of these girls like flocked towards him. Or Ariana Grande fucking did that. It literally is the same thing, but all these kids, you could literally step on them and fucking smash them. They're that small. Like these people are just beginning to walk.
Bro, these little ass kids, like they run at you like little linebackers.
Yeah, literally.
And like, if they all come at you at once, there's like a high chance that you're gonna fall. Right. And once you fall, that mask is coming off. Yeah. And if that mask falls off, you're fired instantly. Like it doesn't matter if it was your fault or it was another kid's fault. If it falls off, you're done. Yeah. There was one time, this little kid, he runs up to me, he punches me in the nuts. Oh. He punches me in the nuts, and I'm like crouching on the floor, and then he like starts punching me in the chest, and I get. This was like around the time where I think I was playing like lacrosse. So like I had a game that day, and I was pretty pissed off about it. So I guess like I lost control, so then I like pushed the little kid in the face, and he like falls on the floor, and he hits another lady in the leg, and the lady like apparently was his mom. So then the lady, she comes up to me. She comes up to the mask, and she's like, "Oh, why the fuck did you push my kid?" And like, I start running away because I'm like, I can't fucking speak in the mask because if I do, I'm gonna get fired. So I run away to go change or whatever, so I can go talk to this lady. She follows me into the fucking place, into the little room. I push her away. I take off the mask. I take off the top of the shirt. I didn't take off the overalls or his shoes. And then she like rams in through the door, and I like. She tries strangling me or whatever, and like I push her away, and like I was trying my best not to punch her, and like I guess I accidentally punched her in the titty, so she was like on the floor, and she was like, "Oh my god, my breast implant!" And apparently some of the fucking like, apparently she had gotten like some cheap breast implants, so the goo started leaking through her fucking nipples.
Oh my god. Dude, Jesus. This is what happens at Hempstead Chuck E. Cheese. Damn near every other day, pretty much. Like an extreme story like that happens every other day. What about the security guard?
The security guard,
was that the one that I was working with? The guy who's like not the tallest, but he's like kind of bulky.
Was he white or was he black?
He was black.
Nah, it's not that one.
Okay.
So we had another security guard. His name was Steve. And I think he's from like Brooklyn, and he's like 6 feet tall. He's like 300 pounds. He's a pretty hefty white guy. He's kind of old too. He's like 60. And it was about closing time. It was like 10 o'clock, and there was like this group of like hood rats, and they were still there. And I was working with them at the gift shop that we have. So it's like 10:15, and like there's this one group of hood rats like behind another one. And then that group is like, "Yo, what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. We need to go to the fuck home. You guys need to hurry the fuck up. Like, I don't give a fuck about your kids. I care about mine." So then the security guard is like, "How about you guys just go home?" Like, simple as that. So then the hood rats, they start surrounding the security guard. And they're like, "How about you shut the fuck up, you stupid cracker, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, start insulting him and shit. And then he's just laughing there. And then one of the ladies, like, she snapped in his face. Like just a simple little snap. And he got pissed off, and he was like, "Yo, lady, get the fuck out of my face, or I will knock you the fuck out." Simple. So then the lady, she goes up to the salad bar that we have. She grabs like a handful of carrots, and she like throws it at his face. And he gets pissed off. He's like, "Bitch, bog!" He like punches her in the face, and he drags her out. And mind you, like the group of hood rats, they don't know what the fuck to do because like he's taller than a majority of them. So like he's dragging this lady out, and then a couple of them like start hitting him with their purses.
Yeah, purses.
With their purses, yeah, like
purses, like the
no, like they have like little Louis Vuitton purses.
Oh, yeah,
like handbags.
Yeah, invest your money in that shit. Yeah, right.
And then they start hitting him with that, and eventually they called the police. They didn't really press charges against each other. They just told the lady to not come back, and I think the guy was like fired within like 2 weeks.
Steve was?
Yeah. They never came back after that.
Damn, man. Have you seen some like real? What was like? Is there any like real gang ass fights you've seen in there? Like gang on gang fights?
Oh yeah, there was one time. This group of Crips, they came inside the store. And one of the members there had his daughter, and she was just playing. They took pictures together, and then all of a sudden, like you just see the group of like Crips walking outside of the store, like running outside of the store, because apparently they were gonna have a gang fight with like MS in the parking lot.
With MS guys?
Yeah, with MS guys. So then, like everyone was just like running to the window to see this whole gang fight go down, and like. Half of us are either hiding or the other half of us are watching. So then me and my manager, we go outside and we're like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" And then my manager, he like tries going up to one of the MS guys, and he fucking shoots up in the air. He's like, "Bah, bah, bah."
The MS guy?
Yeah, the MS guy. He fucking my manager, like he shits him, like he cries a little bit, and he runs back inside. He's like, "Man, I'm not dealing with that. Fuck that." He turns off the fucking light. He locks the doors, and he's like, "Everyone stay inside. Go to the back and run." So then we're all just sitting there waiting for something to happen. Nothing really happens, except for like a couple of gunshots. No one got shot. But
God damn. Nobody got shot in my time. Did anybody get shot in your time?
When I first started there, apparently there was a guy that worked there. Like when I first started there, apparently there was a guy that used to work there, and like he'd gone inside to get a pizza. He walks outside. He walks down the street, and he gets robbed by a crackhead, and he gets stabbed. Like by a syringe, apparently.
Oh fuck!
By a fucking syringe, and thankfully he didn't get like infected or anything.
Oh my god! I can only fuck your life.
Yeah, but he got stabbed by the syringe, and thankfully he didn't get fucking infected. But he was in the hospital for like a couple of days.
Oh my god! This is what we deal with. I mean, this is what we fucking dealt with. And we can go literally on and on and on and on and on. Like I'm telling you, like we're probably gonna have to stop it here, just because I want good timing or whatever. But fucking hell, this is what we had. I mean, we would see every day drugged out junkies bring their kids in.
Oh yeah.
Fucking crackheads that would come in that would like prostitute and shit. Our coworkers. There was so like we would see those. The junkies, they'd come in with their kids. We would see crackheads come in all the time. We would see fights. And this was just... Oh, with the coworkers, that's what I was talking about. So what do they call those... In hotels, they have them a lot. Where it's a door that's just always moving.
A foyer? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like, we literally had that with the coworkers.
Yeah.
I used to play a game where I would see the next orientation, and I'd be like, how many of these guys am I going to work one shift with?
Yeah.
And then after that, you ask yourself, how many of these guys will I work 3 shifts with?
Yeah.
5 shifts with, like dead ass. Half the people, at least, minimum, you never saw them again.
Yeah. Because they wouldn't. Most of them wouldn't even last more than a month. Because that place was so fucked up.
Yeah, if you were there more than a month, that was considered long. The fact I was there 4 months was like you're here way too long.
Yeah.
I could only imagine how long were you there in total?
Like 4 years in total. From like the age of 15. I quit a little while ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was like one of the best decisions that I've ever made. Mm-hmm. Like, don't get me wrong, I hated that place with a passion, but there's like some parts of me that like kind of miss it. Not because of the job itself, because of all the dumb shit that fucking happens there.
Yeah.
It's so stupid how much shit happens there.
It is okay. It's the biggest fucking waste.
It's a whole circus show.
Circus show. It's a fucking garbage dump. But it was fucking. It was. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. I met a lot. I seen a lot, and I am definitely different. That more than any job, that like drastically changed me.
Yeah.
It was crazy. That was the first time I was really put out of my comfort zone. I was like, I walked in there. Dude, I'm the only one who looks like me that's in there. And I was like, I'm like cool like that, whatever, obviously. But it was like, shit, like this is. I
remember when you first walked in there.
What did you think?
Like, everyone was like huddled up together and we were like, yo, that's a fucking white guy. That's a white guy and he's working here. Like, did he get transferred to the wrong store or some shit? Like, we all were talking about it. Like, I think he's meant to be in the Hicksville store. So then we saw you walk in. You had clout goggles on your forehead.
I had clout goggles on my forehead.
Yeah, clout goggles on.
Oh my god.
And then I run up to this other girl named Jasmine, and we're like, yo, he has fucking clout goggles. So she's like, oh my god, he's fucking hot. So she goes running.
Jasmine was working there? This girl was working at that, like with the kid?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Jesus.
She runs into the bag and she's like, oh my god, this guy's fucking hot. And I'm like, yo, he's not gonna fuck with you. Like, he's not gonna fuck with a lot of people here. And then time goes on and then shit happens and fuck it though.
Yeah, nah. I would never fucking touch any of those girls with a 10-foot pole.
Fuck that, man. They're all disgusting.
No, there was a few that were like average looking.
Yeah.
But even still, like, I met a lot. Yo, shout out Shaquest. Shout out Shaquest.
Yo,
we gotta fucking talk about
Shaquina. All them, man.
Yeah, Shaquest was amazing. A fucking man. She was a beast.
Yo.
Dude, she would like square up to Jaquan like it was fucking. She was.
Mind you, like Jaquan is like.
He's tall.
Yeah, shout out Jaquan.
Yeah, shout out Jaquan. We gotta get you on.
Jaquan is like, I think he's like 6'2".
4 or 5.
Yeah, 6'3", 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And mind you, Shaquest is like 5'5". Like
If
5'3", yeah.
If that, yeah.
And she's like really scrawny, and she's like always talking shit to this guy Jaquan.
Yeah.
And he's just there like, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Kevin?
Yo, Kevin, oh my god, he was a fucking clown. Man.
Dude, Kevin's Instagram nowadays, man.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. If you guys could see this guy Kevin, you'd be like, what we used to do, after a while, it became clear. It used to be me and Alex and George and Willie and No Way. Like, we pretty much came like a pact almost.
Word.
With Hazanin in the back, kind of, you know.
Yeah, facts, Hazanin.
But, yeah. Shout out to Hazanin. I mean, he was
Word.
probably in the same place. He was the only Indian guy who was working there.
That
I'm the only white and Arab guy who was working there. It was crazy. Crazy. So... Kevin, we used to use him as like a pawn.
Yeah, deadass.
We used to use him as a pawn and like get pissed off at these people. He pretty much like vent all the anger out.
Yeah.
This guy's a joke. Wait, what were we talking about then?
I remember working with Tim. Yo.
Fucking Tim. Tim, again, like I said before, Tim, he was fucking whack. This guy kept making pizza. He was 26, working at Chuck E. Cheese as, you know, in the same position as people that are 16, 17, 18-year-olds are doing. He would, he got the job because of his dad.
Yeah.
Because his dad was Harold, who was Howard, who was the game technician. He gets the job. He's in the kitchen. The guy had a massive ball spot. He was fat. He was just greasy hair. Just disgusting looking kid. Really gross looking kid.
Like one of those
Really
stereotypical nerds that
really
fucking sit in their basement and shit.
Bum ass guy. Like, just real bum ass shit. I remember, the only thing I remember, he used to make these awful pizzas, and then we would be talking, he'd be like, yeah, us white guys gotta sit together. Suck my... No, don't suck me. Don't mind that. Fuck off. Like, just fuck off. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah. You're not even... first of all, I don't even take the guy seriously. You're not even in my league. Sometimes some people are so bad at their jobs that you just don't even take them seriously. He was one of the worst workers, who, like, skill-wise, who ever worked there. He was fucking terrible. Yeah. Tim was a mess, man. He is like, if I showed a picture of you guys, of him to you guys, you'd be like, this is exactly what I don't want to be when I'm 26 years old. That's literally what it is. God. He was crazy. I literally, when he got his orientation, I'm like, another white guy, this guy's not going to hang. Yeah. Not going to hang.
I think he only lasted there for like
2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He wasn't there long.
I was cool with him, though. I remember one time me and him, we went to Burger King together.
Oh, God.
And he was like, man, where I'm from, we don't really have Burger Kings that look like this. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you know.
Is he from like a trash ass place though still?
I think so. I think he's
like from a really white trash town or some shit?
Yeah. No, I think he's from like Levittown or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Levittown is okay.
Levittown's pretty, it's not bad. Yeah. Anyways, he said about
he's like, oh, we don't really have anything like this. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, so many black crackheads. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, we don't really have that many black crackheads. This is kind of cool. It's like Discovery Channel or something. I was like, I was like, I don't think that's cool to say, man.
That's not the move, man. You know, and Tim should have came in there knowing what he was getting into. Yeah. There's no way that this guy didn't see his dad at work one time. I mean, there's no way that he didn't go with his dad one time to work, okay? There's no way that he never stepped foot in that place. He should have known what he was getting himself into, and the fucker didn't. And was surprised.
Yeah.
But anyways, shout out to everybody. You know, who do we got shout out from that place? You know what? We're going to just go on a shout out spree. Willie, No Way, Alex, obviously, George. Yeah. We got a shout out Jaquan, Nusachi, Sushi got it. Yeah, Hazanin, Jasmine, but Jazz the
cool,
Shaquina, Shaquest. Who else we got a shout out? Damn man, Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan with his fish. Yo.
Shout out to him.
Oh my god, man. Jonathan with his fishnet tank tops.
Yeah, bro.
I remember one time he shows up there with his fucking a fishnet shirt underneath his shirt. And like after work, I guess he forgets that he didn't have that he had that shit on, so he takes off his fucking shirt and he's walking around with that fishnet shit, and we're all just laughing at him like, yo, because this guy's like 400 pounds. Yeah.
You think he's 400 pounds? You think he's that big?
Maybe 300.
I think he's like 300 pounds.
Yeah, 300 pounds or something like that. And he's not that tall, so it just looks like a pudgy little guy wearing fucking.
Yeah, I'm really scared that he's probably like way fatter now.
Yeah.
Way fatter. Hey, shout out to everybody else. Y'all know who you are. We gotta wrap this shit up. We love you guys. We're gonna probably have to talk about Chuck E. Cheese. It's not the last time we're gonna talk about it. But anyways, thank you for coming on.
Course,
this was a killer podcast. This is one of the best ones. Easy, hands down. This shit was crazy. I hope most motherfuckers watch this one. It's a Sour Patch Kids effect, man. We're going to have Sour
Facts.
Patch Kids every time. All right. So make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment. Shout out your Instagram real quick.
Alex.Ptsy.
That shit will be down below.
Word.
Follow him. He's a fucking dope dude. Follow my account, SKBENITG, if you guys have any questions or, comments about
Word.
the podcast, especially this one. I hope this one kind of goes around a little bit because this one was insane.
Yeah.
All right. Peace out, you guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Yeah.